Good morning. Some people come on and they say they cannot afford to prep. Can they afford to die? Where there's a will, there is a way. When you put your mind on prepping, a way will be provided. Guaranteed. If your mind is focused on, I can't, well, that's what's going to happen. There are food banks, there are churches, there are organizations that help people who are in the state of not being able to afford to prep or to even feed themselves. So to me, that's the answer. And I have videos on this page about free prepping. That's your answer.
Now, at some point, everyone is going to reach a breaking point. No one can afford anything if prices continue to go up. This is pretty crazy. A lot of benefits are being cut. So a lot of people are without government assistance. And especially since inflation is going crazy right now, groceries are high, insurance rates are high, rent is high. People are ending up not being able to afford as much as they can prior. We are in a recession. It's very sad to see a lot of families not being able to take care of their young ones or even just go out and do some fun family time. A lot of people are staying indoors. It's pretty similar to COVID, where people pretty much did nothing, stayed indoors, and you actually save money doing that. But it really is depressing, and it can take a huge mental toll on a lot of people's health. Make sure you take a look at the rest of these clips and let me know your comments down below.
So what happens if nobody can afford anything? If prices keep going up like they have in the past 5 years, what happens in 5 more years if they keep going up at the same rate? I've seen so many stories from around the world of housing has doubled in this city or electric bills have tripled in this city. At what point can nobody afford anything? I honestly feel like we're already there. So many more countries are dealing with homeless crises. You hear more and more about cities just becoming absolutely unaffordable. All while there's less and less jobs. Applying for jobs takes years at this point. And if there are any jobs left, they're being taken by robots. So what's going to happen? Seriously, we have to be on the verge of something, right? I mean, it cannot trend this way forever. I just went to the grocery store and bought 4 things and it cost me $25. A single cabbage cost me $14 in Florida in the United States of America. It was a fairly large cabbage that made a lot of kimchi. But nonetheless, one vegetable should not be costing $14. I've completely stopped eating meat. I'm a vegetarian now because I can't afford meat. It's just also exhausting. I don't have the answers, and I'm hoping maybe you do. Or what do you think's going to happen? Because at this rate, I think nobody's going to have anything in a very short time. And I find that very scary.
This is Donald Trump's America. Everyone needs to see this video. A mother of 2 is begging for help as she cannot afford to feed her children and pay her mortgage off anymore. It's truly heartbreaking and shows the reality that millions of Americans are living in right now. As soon as the money hits their account, it's instantly gone.
We are a family of 4. We have 2 kids. How are y'all surviving? Because I'm not. I got paid today, and it's gone. Goes toward the mortgage, cell phone bill, gas and electric, garbage, everything gone.
The worst part is she works 40 hours a week, her husband works 50 hours a week, and they still can't even afford basic necessities. She says each month they have to decide between a grocery trip or paying the mortgage because they can't do both. Here's a powerful quote from her saying, "The people that don't have kids are barely surviving. I am not surviving. Your money is gone. There's nothing you can do. You just have to ride on this floating rock and spend." This right here is a very important part of what she said. Unless you're a rich elite, you're effed, and she's absolutely right. She then goes on to say that everybody needs to unite because it's very important we all speak out against this corruption. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's only going to get worse under Donald Trump's leadership. Everything that he does is focused around helping the elites and hurting the rest of us. That is his entire playbook. Here's a very simple analogy. Donald Trump is a billionaire, an elitist. Imagine he's on the red team. And imagine the blue team is the rest of America, the 99%, the working class. Why would anybody that's on the red team help the blue team out in any capacity? Obviously, he's going to help out himself and his team at the expense of us.
I am so tired of having to pick out the dates and basically the times for when I can pay my bills because I can't afford all of them. Even with 2 people, I still have to figure out what dates I'm going to be able to pay this bill or that bill. This economy is literally so fucked and I'm so tired of it. Like, my job sees me more than my kids see me. Regardless if I leave early, come in late, no matter what, my man and I literally basically live at our jobs. We just go home for a vacation. You want to rent a house? Oh, okay, yeah, $1,500 a month. But you have to make triple the amount of that. Who the fuck is making that just to rent a house? Because I'm not. I barely can make it as it is. It just is so confusing how nobody can afford barely anything these days, but everything is still going up. The pay that people get paid, unless you're like educated, it just doesn't make any type of sense at all. The pay does not match literally nothing in this world if it just keeps going up. And if it keeps going up, raise how much money I make. Okay, thanks for listening to me crash out a little bit over money, because that's the only thing I crash out over is money, because it's stressful and it's the root of all evil.
The motherfucking bank just charged me money because I don't have enough money in the bank. Bitch, I can't even afford being broke.
The reason why birth rates are so low is because people can only afford one kid, and a lot of people can't even afford that. I believe you have to be making $50,000 for every child that you have. If the average income is around 40, 60, 50K a year, one kid, you're done. The second you have a second kid, you need to be making 100K plus. And not even households with both parents make 100K. And we have dumb people out here who make 75K a year with 3 children. You're struggling. I don't care what you tell me of how your household works. You're neglecting them in some space, in some form. Whether it's not giving them complete full insurances, having money for their colleges, any kind of inheritance, all of that gets scratched. And that's what people don't count for. Just because you could feed them, bathe them, and keep a roof over their head doesn't mean you're not neglecting them.
It's pathetic that I can't even cook my children a meal tonight because I can't afford it. I went to the grocery and one pack of hamburger was $17. Just enough to make like 4 patties. What in the hell is going on? So I'm going to McDonald's and getting a $5 meal. It's cheaper. Bread, $5 a loaf at my local store. It's a small chain. I'm sure that's why it's more expensive, but it really sucks that you can't even cook your kids a home-cooked meal in your new house. It really does, and it's not fair, really. And I kind of get it. I kind of get why people are angry about the food stamp thing. We work really hard and we can't eat, and it's not fair. I don't ever want children to go hungry, but adults need help. Not me. I'm talking about elderly adults that can't get out and go to McDonald's. They can't get to the store. They can't afford food. It's incredibly sad.
Oddly enough, I actually feel free with accepting the fact that I've been homeless. I'm about to be homeless. For a few years now, I've been terrified of being homeless. I've been just on the edge every time since like 2021, 2022. And finally, I'm tired of giving my energy to this fear. I'm just accepting my fate, my circumstances. And yeah, I'm tired of trying to keep up. There is no keeping up. And I mean, I feel achy, like part of me does want to cry, but I've been more anxious about not knowing what's going to happen rather than just accepting what's about to happen. So yeah, I'm not going to wait for some sweepstakes or miracle or stroke of luck to save me. I'm just going to accept that I'm about to be homeless. And I've been doing some research on it. I mean, obviously, easier said than done. And with no car, tricky. But I think with house sitting gigs that I have, I'll have some periods of time where I'm warm and I get to take a shower. And then also I've been looking at people saying gym memberships. I'm gonna get fit, finally, Not finally, I've been fit before, but, girl was packing on some since that cat died. Since the kitten died, I've been eating all my feelings. And now it's not even about the kitten, it's just about me eating a lot. Hence how we got here. So yeah, I it's this weird thing of, I feel almost bad even asking for help, because, I know it's not just my irresponsibility. It is just that years of just trying to catch up, working overtime, doing all these things, getting burnt out, and then not having enough energy to work anymore. Like, it's a series of choices, circumstances, events that have led to this. So it's not just my fault, which is a lot of people don't understand. And another thing people don't understand is like, oh, like, why can't you just suck it up and go stay with family members? So one family member has offered for me to live with her, my older sister, but I would need to have enough money to move from one state to another state that's in a different time zone. That's a lot. I don't have enough to do that. It would take multiple family members to pitch in and help me to live somewhere. And I did think my dad would help me, but he just forgets to respond to texts and calls sometimes. So yeah. Promises have been made and not been kept. And then he'll tell people, oh, she just doesn't want to be helped. And it's so... So yeah, there's mischaracterization of me to many family members of what I'm about or whatever. Black sheep shit. Whatever. I just need to do what I gotta do, which is what I've been doing for a while. But yeah, I need to do another video about what it's like. How do I explain that living with certain people, it drives me insane, and I need my sanity to keep going, or else I'll stay trapped. And somehow homelessness seems better. And some people will think, oh, you're just being really dramatic. But I don't think you understand what it's like to be ridiculed and mocked on a regular basis for years in your life, throughout your life. And people trying to convince you of realities that have existed, things that didn't happen, saying it did happen, or things that did happen, saying it didn't happen. It is, after a few years, it gets to you. It gets to you. So that certain family members, I can't rock with you. Can't do it. Because you want me to believe in a reality that would lead to my demise. And I'm not done. Not done yet. So yeah, we're about to be homeless.